the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan account for first-time subscribers. Well, the markets at 8:30 rallied a little tiny mini rally on inflation cooling. Is this to you a good thing, Mike, when you look at inflation cooling? You're like,
It's
oh,
a
this
really
is a
good
good
thing.
idea?
Yeah, we don't want to see inflation going up. We want to see inflation going down. It's one of the administration's promises, and I'd love to see that continue. We certainly have the Fed to thank for managing rates in a very elegant way, in a way that's very difficult to maintain. And I think it's hard for people to really grasp how difficult it is to meet both mandates of full employment as well as low inflation. But yeah, I think this is a very good thing, good for equities, and we'll see how it continues from here.
Interesting. I have a completely different view.
Of course you do. And this is what's great.
The inflation going down, it depends why it goes down, right? If inflationary pressures are still there, yet the inflation rate comes down, that means we're in deflationary territory, that we're having job losses, we're getting debt deflation and that sort of thing, that could cause the number to go down while still prices are higher or getting higher. And so I don't know which one it is. I haven't looked into the numbers yet. I'm surprised to see inflation down this morning. So the next thing I'll look at is bond markets around the world to see what's actually going on with
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to keep track of on an ongoing basis. And from what I recall, we were still a little bit blind. We still hadn't received data from the BLS. So, I'm curious what data the Fed is really relying on. But at the moment, the one thing I think that the market is signaling, especially if you watch the CME FedWatch tool, is that the Fed is still remaining pretty hesitant about this process, especially with a pause expected on January 26th. And only about a 72% likelihood of a cut in the March 26th meeting. So I want to keep track of where things are going from here, because you are correct. It can signal, a good thing for the economy, but not necessarily the best thing for equities. So as always, and you've heard me mention this before, the sign of impending doom, the recessionary signal, is always going to start on these charts first. It'll be S&P 500 and NQ that signal what we really need to know.
That's right. That's the other reason why I don't really believe the Fed through interest rates can actually do anything. I think the interest rates that the Fed sets is based on what the market projects, and then the Fed just confirms what the market priced in. Because if the market priced in negative interest rates, they'd have to cut rates to negative interest rates. Because the one thing the Fed doesn't want to do is violently shock markets. And so they go like, oh, we cut rates to this. Yeah, but we already priced this in before you even got to the meeting. That's why you did it.
Right.
But that's your thing. That's why what the markets do. That's what is the signal, not what the high priest of finance says.
Agreed. Well, it looks like we erased that pre-market move almost entirely now. So we're right back to yesterday's close.
Good morning, Jarmo. Nice to have you here.
Hey, Jarmo. Thanks for joining us, man. Taking a look at the 2-hour chart, if we're just looking at the technicals here, we've been sort of zigzagging back and forth between this range of 25,530 and the psychological $26,000 line here, with a couple of weird support levels in the middle. It's a little bit tight, and we just seem to be forming this overall wedge on the higher time frame. But one of the things I did find interesting is that we didn't quite reach R2 this morning, which is just above the $26,000 line, and instead wicked and it looks like we're going to confirm a rejection off of this 960 resistance zone, which I currently have set as R1. And if this continues into the open, I think we could turn around and come back and test the 25,800 level. Now, if I'm wrong and we see a rally right out of the open, then yeah, I think we're going to rally back to 26 and potentially search for all-time new highs. But I don't know about today, Tom. That's a move in one day. Over a 2.5 percentage point move in one day. I don't know if we're going to get to all-time new highs in one day. Maybe by tomorrow or later this week, but I think we're gonna test this range a little bit further today.
Well, tell that to silver, because silver rocketing up.
Silver cannot stop; it won't quit.
I love my best friend. He's just been a silver bug for as long as I've known him, and
It's
he
just
is
parabolic.
thrilled.
Oh, I bet. All right, right out of the open here, already down 15 points.
Hey, Ventura. He says he's short NQ.
Got it. Yeah, it looked like right before the market opened, there was a pretty bearish signal there coming in once we rejected off that resistance line.
All right, do I force a trade here? Because this is right at overnight VWAP.
You don't want to wait for the flush out?
I hate waiting. I'm in.
And you're in. We've gotten some flack about that in the comments before. You guys are the only people we watch who trade in the first few minutes of the session.
Well, someone else must be trading because the session's moving. So,
well, a lot of it's automation. There's a lot of automated resting orders that are buying it right at open. But I agree with you. It's not just automation. There's reasons for price to go where it's going more often than not. Interesting initial candle. So there's a lot of buy pressure right now at 930. If we're going to head a little bit further down, 930 would be right at the weekly VWAP line and just above electronic VWAP. Not a ton of contracts on the books this morning also. This is kind of light trading. ATR is fairly low. So it looks like we may see just a little bit of wobble and choppiness straight from the open, and then likely the rest of the session could be pretty drifty.
wait, isn't option expiry this week?
Is that this Friday?
I think so. Why don't I have this on my freaking chart? I made a whole indicator of everything. I don't ever use it. 16th. Yeah, this Friday. All right.
All right, bit of a war here from the open, right off of VWAP. I'm gonna wait a few candles here. As I've been evaluating a lot of my trading stats lately, it seems like the VWAP push is sort of a 50-50 bet here from the open. I do a lot better with the VWAP bounce. Morning, Ben Blue. Trailing stop activated for Aventura on that short. Nice. How far do you usually put your trailing stops? Is that based on volatility, or do you have a fixed amount you usually trail by?
Oh, I didn't see the sell signal on the 2 hour.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. I think if we got about 27 minutes before the 2 hour candle closes, but even just looking at the 1 hour, it's looking a little bearish. And on the daily, if we reject from here, that would definitely be confirmation of a lower high.
Stopped out for
all right. So I got to say, I'm working on this new Chrome extension, and I'm making the buttons look like keyboard buttons. I'm super pumped about this. I want a trading keypad in my Chrome extension, and we're going to tie it to a device as well. Tom and I will work on it, but the existing version is going to have some buttons that you're able to click. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. This is kind of what
It's going to be so fun. I love it.
Am I able to share this? I'll have to ask for permissions. Let me share a different screen.
All right, we're still above VWAP. It's still looking bullish to me.
There's a few extra order types that I want to make available in this as well that I'm also excited about. One of them is the ability for you to send a signal to adjust your stops to break even. So you just send one action and it'll set your current stop loss at
1 second.
future.
Are you showing something on the screen? Because I'm not
No,
seeing
not
it.
yet. I'm just
Oh,
talking
okay.
about. Ben Blue says I have a little 8-button thingy from Etsy. It was going to be a trading thing. Are you using it? I'm curious, like how much people actually use things like this, the physical devices versus clicking on the mouse. Well, this looks a lot more bullish now.
Yep.
DLD22, welcome. It's a new face in the room. It looks really volatile, but this is kind of a fake out here. These candles are small.
Come on, just give me. We're gonna get 364. Let's just get to there as soon as possible.
Ben Blue says not really. Okay, so the physical devices maybe not. Mine is more of a let me actually show it in a second here. What is this candle doing?
I'm telling you, it's going to 364. Sorry, I thought I made that clear to everyone that free money was on the table.
Thanks, Tom.
No, this is still all chop.
Pretty overwhelming, whatever you guys are looking at. Aventura, nice work, man. Two wins so far. It looks crazier than it actually is. This is the thing about charts in general. You got to be really careful about what you're actually looking at. Candles can look bigger and more exciting than they really are. You really need to measure ATR, which is the average true range of the candle. And this is a fairly low volatility moment right now. The VIX is coming in at 15. While there's a little bit of momentum here, we're not talking about huge moves. We've seen much bigger candles at the open.
Look, folks, we're at all-time highs in the S&P. We got to get to all-time highs in the NASDAQ. That's just how it goes.
Tom, do you have a suggestion for Ben Blue? I've seen this issue as well. The trailing stop built-in function in TradingView is kind of a bummer. I've always built mine directly into my Pine script.
Wait, there's a trailing stop in TradingView?
Yeah, it's in the order execution. It's a
Oh,
method.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do use that. I've never had an issue with this.
Gotcha.
Let me see.
Okay, a little bit of a pullback now. Let's see if I can catch something here.
Benjamin Blue, if you message me on X and you send me the code, I'm happy to take a look at it and see what's going on. Wait a second. If the Trump thing, if they're gonna undo the tariffs, is that down or up? I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna get wicked out and stopped out, no matter what trade we're in. This weekend, I worked on 2 new strategies. One is a reversal strategy that works on the 15-minute and 30-minute, and the other one's called trending strategy that works every session. I'm very excited to put them both together. They have pretty great results, but I want to put it to a live prop firm account and see how that goes. Well, a funded prop firm account.
All right, bear with me here. Trying to.
Sure, no problem.
All right. If we think we're going up, I'm going to go for about 125 points on the second leg. Gotta wait about a minute. Aventura says, I agree with Mike. I have my TSL and Pine script. Yeah, it's always worked pretty well for me. Then at least I know why and when it's working. Also, I try to match what the broker does. Brokers manage their their trailing stops based on different mechanisms. Sometimes it's based on the close price. Sometimes it's based on the high price. From what I read about Tradovate, theirs is based on the high. So I built mine in to also be on the high. I'm going to cancel my orders here because I want to ride this wave as long as possible.
The water is fine, Mike. Come on in. All right, my stop is in profit, so don't have to worry about that trade anymore.
I love Ben Blue spending a bunch of time with Claude. Me and Claude are best buds now. He's my mid-level engineer, and I give him skills all day long. He's the man.
Once people start using, once you start using it for things that you think you don't need to use it for, like if you just force yourself, no matter what I'm doing, let me see if I could do it in Claude first. At first, it's like super tedious, and then after that, it becomes way easier. So, for example, I'll even use it for like I have to reorganize a bunch of files on my computer. Well, I'll be like, okay, find all the files that are older than this certain date and let me know if I should delete them, rearrange them, rename these according to these schemes, create folders that make sense, whatever. And all of a sudden it cleans up the whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God, that's absolutely fantastic. I would have just done that by hand for 20 minutes and it did it in 5.
Beautiful. CPI last month was great. Price action, yeah, this isn't bad either. Obviously, we're seeing a return back to that overnight high. I'm up about 150 on some of the accounts, up 301. DLD22, good question. Common folk question, sure. Basically, we are trading prop firm futures. In our case, we use a platform that we've built called TradersPost, which allows us to trade multiple accounts at the same time. And you can see that here at the bottom of my list. Here's all my accounts. All of them are in profit at the moment. And I send all of my trading signals from a Chrome extension that we've built that we're going to be making public to everyone at some point. But you can also do it from TradingView. You can send automated signals. You can create alerts and just hit a play button and send the signal from there. So if you're a discretionary trader or you're an automated trader, you use TradersPost to automate your execution, and it can be done across multiple accounts as well. In this case, I'm just trying to get multiple accounts to a payout, and I'm slowly just taking one signal at a time. We are watching price action from the open. In this case, I've been trying to keep an eye on whether this is going to be a continued move from the open, and indeed it was. So I was able to capture this entry from VWAP, and we'll see how long it goes for. Hope that was high level enough. I would caution you that this is more of an intermediate channel. We don't cover a lot of beginner topics here. All right, we think there's going to be a little bit of a pullback here, maybe a continuation.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a pullback to like 26.
Yeah, it looks like we just touched the yesterday's high. A little bit of resistance here is even more above.
But it's not a clean bullish signal on my trend filter. That's my problem with it.
Let's get that back up on the screen.
If you guys are wondering, I follow my trend indicator over here. So I have a trend indicator for NASDAQ, and my trend, even though we're bullish, at 9 o'clock, we went neutral. There we go. And now we're falling. We went neutral, bullish, neutral, bullish. So it's like this choppy area. And I'm stopped out.
So I went ahead and got out. That resistance there was really heavy on the books. There was a massive set of contracts at multiple prices on the ask side. So I took some profits here and made about $100 on each account. Glad I did, because then immediately after there was that flush out.
Dang, look at that. All right. Now I can safely go back long. No, not going long here.
All right, point of control just re-registered here at 976. So this might end up being just a VWAP cross today. I have to change gears if it goes the other direction, Tom.
That's right.
That would that goes back to my original thesis that if we close below VWAP here, we're gonna see some confirmation of this being the resistance. Les résistance. Maybe not. Look at that. Ben Blue says, I think it was an issue related to needing break even to trigger first, then trailing, and TradingView having no sequencing. Yeah, I think you really have to code
Right.
a lot of that directly into your Pine script. That kind of logic is hard for TradingView to do out of the box.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I just did on Blueprint a solution exactly for that. Let me show you
Really?
that in
Okay,
a second.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing here?
I don't like any of this.
We're looking for confirmation above or below VWAP now.
I'm trying to short here, but I shouldn't really. I'm just being silly.
It's a war. The books are crazy right now. Although it's still kind of thin. Like normally on an open, I see 20 to 25 contracts in queue at each price point. I'm seeing 7s and 8s, 6 7s. So when there's lower numbers of contracts like this, price can slip pretty rapidly because there's not a lot of participants holding prices more stable.
Right.
All right, looking a little bit off balanced. Looks like they're trying to lift the offer here from 980, which is giving a little bit more of a sign that we might post above VWAP again. Yeah, you guys, the silver and gold thing is so crazy to me because the move is so parabolic. I just can't get into it. I look at it and I'm like, I need a pullback here. This was a good entry, sure. That's a 25% move in from 69, but gosh, it's just such a tough one. You know, even just measuring it mathematically, trying to determine the regression trend, it's overbought by a long shot. Like the Z-score is like 5 on this. How far do I have to increase my standard deviations to cover the top? 5 standard deviations. It's just crazy. It just feels like one of those assets that is being forced to move up because of market volatility and uncertainty around where the economy is going to be in the next 2 years. Right. At some point, though, when the buyers are done, you know, what happens? It's going to crash. We have to pull back at some point. All right, 2 bars hanging out at VWAP here. Nothing to do yet. We're 1 for 1 this morning.
Yeah, it's nothing even to chase here.
No chasing. So for those interested right now, what I'm doing is waiting for price to confirm a direction on either side of VWAP. VWAP is one of the most important indicators you'll ever add to your chart. It's not only used widely by retail traders, but also very widely by institutions, especially institutions that are prime brokers that execute trades on behalf of a hedge fund or on behalf of private wealth clients. They often have to execute those trades at what's called guaranteed VWAP, which means every time price gets close to VWAP, they have to buy or sell around that price. So often what you'll find is that volume really starts to show up around that price, and it helps determine a direction on either side. Eventually, drift will start to show up for the rest of the session, and we can tell just based on measuring that move. So what I'm seeing now is a reversal off of that 26,000 line. And as I start to measure this move downward, I want to see a close below VWAP before I start getting short.
Before I forget, I just want to mention, I know things are moving here right now, but that whole trailing stop loss, break even stuff. If you go into the back end of TradersPost in your account, even if you have a free account, and you go to Accounts Indicator, you'll find a script here called Multi-VWAP Crossover, which you can then go to TradingView and just add it as a favorite to your account. When you do, you'll get it inside of your back end, inside your TradingView account. And if you go take a look at it, yeah, there's a strategy there, but there's a whole set of code here from global settings all the way down to sessions that controls a bunch of exit and entry parameters. And if you go into the risk settings, you'll see that we have one here for stop loss, for trailing stop, and for break even. So I've already tested all this. You can set this up in such a way that you can have both stop loss and trailing and break even all done, and it all plots on the chart so you can see what it actually how it actually works. And if you take a look at the code, or you give that code to Cloud Code, it can then use it in order to be like, okay, now I know how to implement multiple exits at the same time on your strategy.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about all the indicator features we have coming out, as well as the ability to copy strategies and the strategy settings. We've got a whole marketplace we're going to be working on to let people share their strategy ideas and how they set it up in TradersPost. We've got our Chrome extension coming. We've got analytics coming. God, there's so much happening in 2026. I'm so pumped. New features, like the two that we talked about yesterday, I'm very excited about. The break-even feature, as well as the ability to tag trades so that you can cancel specific types of trades. So for example, I can get into a long with a take profit and a trailing stop, and I can tag my take profit and my stop loss separately so that I could send a cancel to only cancel my take profits, and then just ride the trailing stop for the rest of the trade. All right, what are we doing here, Tom?
I'm not seeing it.
We pulled back so quick to EVWAP. I'm not sure where we go from here.
I'm going nowhere. I'm not at all. I'm just waiting for, if we break below the overnight session VWAP, then I'll go short. I just don't like shorting bullish trends.
Yeah. All right, there's the open below VWAP. Let's see what happens next here. Might have an opportunity to catch this trade right around 967. 6-7?
You're broken, Mike. Your kids broke you.
I probably am, yeah. I have kids. You know what I need. Aventura says he's in a short. Good to know. And so am I.
In a short. I just went long.
It's got below like 2.
Hey, Tom, when I try a new chat on X with you, you're grayed out. It won't let me, maybe because I never used X to do anything there. Okay, well, you can, I don't know if you're on Discord, or you can just email me at tom@traderspost.com. Oh, sorry, .io. What am I talking about? Traderspost.io.
Yeah, don't email the e-commerce guys. Traderspost.com is some kind of little e-commerce shop. Ah, boo.
So I got to ask you, why go short at VWAP?
Well, I broke my rules on this one. It wasn't a full VWAP close. My indicator didn't throw it off. The high was still wicking around VWAP here, so I took a small loss on that one. So now watch. Now we have VWAP closing above VWAP and our price closing above. It would be the time for a reversal there. That was definitely not a great entry. No big deal. We'll wait for a trend to form here.
Ben, that's Tom at TradersPost.io.
S41.
Dang it. And it turned back down.
What are we doing here?
I guess I'm going short.
It's just so choppy. Aventura still in the short. Good for you. I mean, hopefully this continues for you, because now I have to get back in if it's going to close. It's messy here. Point of control is still at 976. I feel like we need one more confirmation of a leg down, and then I think maybe a trend forms. But this could be a choppy day. We've been here before, and I think if I have one more loss, I'll have to call it. You know, we've gotten used to these trends for the last few days, but if you recall the session on January 8th, that this is kind of what I would expect to see if it's going to be one of those days, just chop back and forth above and below VWAP. Hey, Mikey. Appreciate the like. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ben Blue. I'm just going to wait for a better setup here. One win, one loss.
I'm in my last short. If this doesn't work, je suis fini. Terminé.
That's it for you.
I like losing money, but it's a little bit too rich for me. I can only do it so much.
I like learning from losses and making money, Tom. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, this downtrend's starting to weaken. You need to see a nice close here below VWAP. Looking at the 5-minute chart, it looks like a reversal, but we need to see a continuation here.
Well, I can't tell what a chart looks like, Mike.
I can. I have 100% confirmation rate of that, Tom. You're going to tease me about my looks like phrase again, aren't you?
Absolutely. It's like my oldest son, he goes, he's 16 and he goes, back in the day. He always talks about back in the day, I used to do this, back in the day. I go, oh, back in the day, really?
Like back in the day, you mean like 2 months ago?
Oh my God, just fall already. Jiminy Cricket. Take Trump's tariffs away and then give me the max profit.
All right, so we're back right on the R1 line again. Right in the middle of it, middle of the band. I'm not seeing a full close below VWAP yet. It's still wicking all over the place.
Yeah.
Books are thin again.
I'm not hearing the ask bid screaming in the background.
It's because there's not a lot of activity. It's 8s and 9s again. 24 contracts slightly above where we're at just showed up. But that'll get eaten up in no time. POC still stands. I think this could be a good entry. I'm willing to pay to find out, Tom.
I'm going to put that in a cup.
We'll put a small trade on. Start pretty gently here.
Well, in 2 minutes, we're about to get the 10 o'clock move. So pick your horse.
I don't know if a decision is actually coming at 10 o'clock, though.
No, I just mean the orb strategy, people.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm picking the short side. Let's see. Even though I'm not following any of my rules right now.
All right. I got my finger on the emergency exit button. Let's just see how this goes here. We'll watch it for a minute.
That's always a good place to be. Finger.
Can't win them all.
That's true.
This is number 3. Let's see if this one works.
It's my favorite Doug Stanhope joke. He goes, "Why aren't you guys laughing? You know you die at the end, right?"
So nihilistic.
Well, just like live it up. Just do what you need to be doing. You're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Is that another way to say YOLO?
Yeah, exactly. Carpe diem is the modern YOLO.
Bid 40. Bid 44.
Okay.
All right.
Now
Bunch
I
of
have a
buyers
short
here at
signal.
940, which is obviously right at EVWAP and weekly VWAP.
Right.
Looks like they're getting eaten through, and it's not huge. 10, 18, 11 orders at each price point.
Yeah, my trend just flipped to neutral. Neutral.
Could see a small bounce here back up to the regression trend, which might be an opportunity to add a second leg here. That is a close below VWAP now.
The
Confirmed.
top of your regression trend is at 970?
That's at 968.
Okay, so same what I'm saying. All right.
All right. Leg 2, but we're going to keep an eye on it.
I am short as well.
Aventura says, I messed around with that multi-VWAP strat you made. It has so many features. That's what Tom does. He's filled with features.
So many. Yeah, it's so many. I don't want to toot my own horn there, but it's even with Cloud Code, it's hard to make that stuff properly because you got to know what works and what doesn't work in TradingView.
Yeah.
And so that's why I just want to save everyone else, whatever, 50 hours of work. Actually, more than that.
All right. Lots of selling coming in. That's looking like confirmation. Here we go. A few minutes to this. 13 minutes to this 15-minute candle close. We're still seeing support here at 937, obviously. As I look at the books, it's starting to shore up. The buyers have pushed down to 905 to 900. So we got a little bit of room before more buyers are ready to buy. That's
Well,
the
if the short does
2-hour candle. This is starting to look like rejection at 960.
Right. If it does fall, what's your low end for the day?
Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Holy cow. Man, I've got my take profits at 100 points. I'm going to go ahead and take them off and just let this ride. S1 is at 803, but I want to watch out to see. We just ate through all the orders at 900. So I was thinking initially that might be where I try to take profits, but
right.
let me see how much more selling pressure shows up here.
My next level down is 818. Okay.
I would say 807, another 100 points down.
But weekly VWAP, we're getting into there. So I'm just worried about the big bounce. How tight do I want to stop?
We're about to close below weekly VWAP on the regular hours.
Right, but with overnight hours, that's at 889.
Yes, you're correct. I got 891 on the 15-minute chart. So we're just now touching that. I don't see a ton of buyers at 891.
Okay, well, if we break below you...
God, I feel like I need to make... Oh, that's what I should do. I love your indicators, Tom. I can't tell here. I feel like that's...
Stop that. Damn it.
That breakdown right there is enough to say this could be a continuation. Let's keep an eye on it, though. I see the support here right at weekly VWAP, to your point.
Yeah.
Add. Copy this. Paste it. Can I make this the weekly VWAP?
S41.
Yeah. Week. Oh, Tom, you're the best. How have I not had this on here for the longest time? Make it pink.
Yeah, this is a bounce area for me. It's right at support.
Oh, dang it. All right. I have to take half. I don't like that move either. That wasn't good. That's not my best trading. I'm back to...
That's the problem with the weekly level is such a strong level. I should have just taken profits directly at that line.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I know why I did it. I was greedy.
55 points from the open. It's not a huge move. As I'm looking at the 2-hour chart, if you were to tell me, oh, this is a good place to go short, I would agree with you. We're starting to show more confirmation that this is resistance again.
Really short right near the weekly VWAP.
Yeah, I'm just looking at support and resistance here. We've confirmed.
I'm currently long.
Confirmed. Sorry?
I'm currently long.
You would turn around and went long?
Oh, Mike, I do not sit around wondering if I should get in. I immediately press the button.
You're the best.
I don't torture myself. Just lose the money.
Yeah, I feel like this is another retest of session VWAP here, and we're right back to POC. What I should have done is just waited and added to my position, but I'm going to try it again.
I don't know. That's why I get in right away. I move my stop up to profit, and then I think about it later. Because usually I'm in profit in like 3 seconds.
Sure.
There, I got stopped out at profit. All right.
Let's try it here. So we're starting to feel like a bit of over trading here, because I feel like I had a good entry originally and then got out too early because of this surge, and it didn't. And now we're seeing this territory where we're closing below VWAP. So it is the right move to be short until we push above session VWAP. I put a lot more precedence on session VWAP than any other VWAP. Sellers are at 962, which is right below POC, about 75 contracts there. Undeniably, it's still a little choppy. I mean, this trend is strong from its peak, but even the CVD is a little choppy. The trend down isn't completely confirmed yet.
Stopped out for 133, 415 on the day. Way to go, Aventura.
Nice, Aventura.
Love seeing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I got no insight here. I'm ready to wrap up my trading.
All right,
oh, you're short.
One more leg here. Let's see where it goes.
That is a topping candle on the 2-hour.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a downtrend on the 5. It's looking like we finally broke a new low here on the 15. And then, of course, this 2-hour candle, that's a rejection candle right there, which looks like it's confirming resistance. Appears to be. I'm going to give so many synonyms to this now.
He fooled me.
He said it, but I didn't realize it. So funny. All right, we're still up on the day. You know, we are 2 for 3. This could be the fourth, putting us at a 75% win rate for the day. But let's see how this trade goes. Still a chance I could lose.
I don't see how you can lose, Mike.
I like. Eventually, I got to get a new nickname. And it better be something along the lines of like Money Making Mike or something like that. I can go for that. I can get on board. Something with a Mikey, so I can be more like Mikey Davis.
Yeah, all the nicknames I've been giving you recently are for troubled heroes.
The Icarus example is the one that cracks me up.
Yes.
All right, full VWAP close, looking good. Starting to continue in this direction. We got buyers back at 900 again, which is right above the weekly VWAP. Electronic.
Until we're below 880, I don't know. It's all bouncy.
Trend still looks good. I need a nickname. Aventura is too long. Honestly, Trey is a badass name anyway. I always
in my head, I think of him as AV.
Trey Cool. What's that?
I always think of Aventura as AV in my head.
AV. That's a cool one too. And we're sitting on hands. What was it that Jesse Livermore said? He said, I didn't make my money in trading. I made my money in waiting. Just sitting and waiting.
Exactly what we don't like hearing. It's the reason I don't garden. It's like, I'm looking for instant gratification. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if you're after that, good luck. That's not what trading is about. Got to identify the move and hang on.
Raising my children, that's my waiting part in my life. Everything else better move real quick.
And when it comes to kids, man, I'm trying to get them to, I try to push on top of their heads. I'm like, stop rowing. All right, what do you think, guys? Is this going to be a weird, choppy session, or are we going to see a leg down?
Yeah, I see a neutral trend, so I got nothing. It's got to break below 890, 880 before anything happens, or break above 890. Sorry, 985.
Mikey Davis says, I think exit liquidity is the dopest nickname I've ever heard. It'll be hard to beat that.
That's what I call Peter. That's what I call Peter. Exit liquidity.
Rolls off the tongue well. I always thought selling rips was a good one too. The rips is a cool name.
One of the reasons I call Peter exit liquidity is that he doesn't know what exit liquidity is. So it's double funny.
He doesn't understand. Peter, are you going to let him talk to you like this?
He's so stupid. He's so nothing.
What is this bounce? Come on, man.
It's this trampoline at the weekly VWAP.
Yeah, there's a lot more buyers that just showed up at 900 again. 36 contracts against 8 on the sell side. I'm going to keep a close eye on this because it might mean I need to pull the plug early, which is, again, just kind of one of those situations where I constantly feel like I'm pulling my profitable trades too early. It's such a war between hanging on for dear life and knowing when to get out and knowing whether you're right on either side. It feels like just as big of a 50-50 bet as getting into a trade is knowing when to get out of a trade properly instead of letting it fully execute.
That's exactly why I see my stop loss as my take profit. I do not think about how far it could go. My stop loss is what I'm making.
Okay, well, I mean, in that case, I've got my trailing stops getting a little bit closer, and they're not quite to break even yet, but I could look at those as being my exit. In which case, I would like to, this is where TradersPost needs this feature here. I'd like to be able to just pull my takes then and rely only on the trailing stops.
Yeah.
But I don't have the ability to do that yet. Okay. Wow. So there's 514 sell contracts at 930 right now. They're not messing around. That's the pitch and catch they're waiting for. Somebody's waiting for this move back up to the regression trend, and then they're going to sell.
Or they're faking.
Or they're faking because now it's gone. It's the sell pressure is still mounting up, though. They've eaten through most of the orders at 900. Get wrecked, Tom. I think he calls you Tim, though. Is that your correct name? Is that your government name? Are you Tim?
Oh, God. No, he knows I hate that so badly.
Start calling you Tiny Tim.
Oh, no. Don't give him ideas. Whose team are you on?
Nobody's.
All right. 1 minute for the close of the 50-minute candle. Let's do it.
What do we got? 15? Yep. Just opened the new 15-minute candle. It's closing below some moving averages here. Coming back to test the electronic weekly VWAP, which is at a slightly different number. It's just creeping down. You know what's funny is this starts to feel like the type of updrift we normally see in a bull run. I'm going to cancel all these orders. Let's just let this sucker run. All right, taking a look at all the accounts. We got one account up 2 accounts up 300, one up 450. Let's go. Different sizes on different accounts because I have different trailing drawdowns in those accounts. And I size according to my trailing drawdown. When it comes to prop accounts, that is the number that matters. I treat that like my balance. I don't care about what the size of the account is. I care what the trailing drawdown is. The more room I have to work with, the more appropriately I will size for that account. Everything starts at 1 micro.
Tiny Tim. Now you have Peter going. God. I hate him so much. Oh, my God.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Okay, come on, man. You're supposed to break down. You were just there. Do it.
It was almost there. Sorry, guys. I'm weird. I like to flip my chart upside down sometimes.
You and Charlie Munger, just the 2 bros. Invert it all.
Just me and Charlie, guys like Charlie. Man, I miss that guy. I'm so bummed.
I like them better than Buffett.
You like Charlie better than Buffett?
Oh, yeah.
I think Charlie's more of a badass than Buffett is. Buffett is super wholesome. He's Midwestern. He's got that, polite approach to him. He's very intelligent. I get all that. Charlie's like, yeah, don't be a fucking idiot. And I love that attitude. That's awesome.
That's right.
Especially
and I found he had so much more actionable insights.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I've read a lot of Charlie's stuff. He's clever. And obviously, if it wasn't for Charlie, I don't think Buffett would have changed his mind about a number of ways to look at businesses. Charlie's biggest contribution was teaching Buffett that buying high quality business was better than buying completely undervalued shit businesses. It's better to buy a great business at a good price or a fair price than to buy a fair business at a great price. Come on. It's just like ticking down. This isn't why we go short. We go short because we want the price action.
You know what? That's exactly the feeling that I'm having. That's exactly it.
I mean, look at that 2 hour now. Are we heading for 806? Let's go. All right. A bunch of buyers at 875, 29 and 17 contracts slightly above. We got some orders to eat through, so it just looks like it's going to creep down for a little while. As much as I would love another, 65-point candle, not sure we're going to get it. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take 30 points. Look at that. All right, we might hit the max profit on a couple of accounts today.
Awesome.
If you guys don't already do this, I highly recommend it. Go into Tradovate, find your consistency score, measure what your max profit needs to be, and set it in the daily profit trigger in Tradovate. Then you don't even have to pay attention to it in TradersPost. If it hits, and then all the trades after that are rejected. Same thing with your max loss for the day. Dial in a max loss that works for you. I set mine to about 500 or 600 on each account, because if I get that far off, I'm already done for the day. I've already lost 2 or 3 times, and there's just no reason to keep going. So I keep that daily loss in place. Even if the broker, or excuse me, prop firm gives you $1,200 to work with, or $2,000 of daily loss to work with, that's just too far. It's so hard to recover from that. Keep it tight and keep it automated.
Those are game changers for me. The profit target, and then the locking out of my account when I reach the profit limit or the stop limit. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I guess I just never understood how much I needed that.
I think a lot of people are big fans of lockout features. You know, keep me from coming in and gambling away all the money I just made today.
But I was resistant to the idea because I thought it made me a weak person, and I was like, oh no, that's just the human condition.
We're just predicting how our lizard brain is going to respond. The smart move is to predict that we're going to do something like that and prevent that behavior in the first place.
Right.
Thinking ahead about our future selves.
All right,
Protect ourselves from ourselves. Hell yeah, Ben Blue.
Right. All right, so we revisited this level of 866, which is the previous days was an unmitigated. Well, now it's a mitigated level. So I'm still expecting 818. And heck, can we even get to 692? I'm doing that thing where I keep projecting further down.
It's a beautiful move. 855 on one of these Blue Sky accounts. Oof, shoot, I'm almost to passing this account here too. Let me not pay attention to that. That's how I go into it.
I was just about to say that. Oh my God.
All right, I see a bunch of orders. Oh, shoot. The sellers just slipped through all of it. I was just about to say there was a bunch of buy orders below us, and the sellers ate through all of it. Amazing. All right, up $1,000 on that Blue Sky account, 728 on another. Let's just keep it going until it looks like we're about to reverse.
Oh, look at that.
Man, look at that sell-off.
Wait, does someone know something?
Good. I would love to take profits at 805. Let's see if we can get there. Oh, we're so close. I bet the buyers step in here.
There is no one I find more entertaining trading than Mike. I've watched so many traders. The honesty in how you feel in the moment and what you think and how you see, and how a green candle, you react to a green candle or a red candle is just beautiful.
I know.
It's so fun.
It's amateur. I get it.
No, not at all.
I
feel the same thing, but it's just so honest. I just love the honesty of it.
Let me take a look at the what I'm often trying to measure myself by too is, like, obviously we don't want to get out too early. So I try to use AEMA as one of the guides, and that works out pretty well. The regression trend is the second guide, and of course there's still plenty of reason to stay in this short. And then the trailing stop alerts, which is based on rolling ATR, is a fun one to watch because usually the trailing stop is way farther than I'm giving myself credit for. And it hasn't moved down far enough to really pull that trailing stop closer to price action yet. Mainly because this is just drifting down. We're not falling down just yet. So I need to give it some time, and I'll sit on my hands longer. Jesse Livermore, remind me, my friend. The money's in the waiting. Money's
in the waiting. Yeah.
Look at that action.
Yeah.
Those candles look amazing now. Who else is in a short? Aventura, did you already close up shop?
Benjamin says post 500 and funded next eval. Awesome.
Oh, nice. Fantastic, man. Just know, but by watching the show, you've already signed your checks from the prop firms over to us. It's in the terms of service, it's the fine print. Just, you know, send the check.
Bid 98.
All right.
Wow.
I might get my 803 here. This is crazy. We don't get a lot of these moves, Tom,
That's right.
these days. Ben Blue, I am short M and Q. Nice. Short got closed by the trailing stop. Gotcha.
Wait, one of my strategies just gave me a buy signal. What is that? Oh, never mind.
Well, we're 1 hour in. We're getting ready to head into that electronic zone of the day, the drift zone of the day, if you will. I'm going to let this go as far as I can. If I can get
Do you have a stop placed?
What's that?
Do you have a stop in place?
Yeah, it's called the daily profit trigger. That's my stop.
Gattaca, leave nothing for the return trip.
We're getting there. Almost there on this Blue Sky account. That one's 1,500. Tradeify should be 1,000. Yeah, both the Blue Skies are 1,500. So not quite there on the Tradeifys because they were all 1 micro. The Blue Skies had a lot more size to them.
All right. Well, I'm willing to leave it here.
Sure.
Tune in tomorrow to find out, did we give it all back to the markets or not?
Better not have, man.
The answer will surprise you. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for even more price action live. We'll see you later on today at 3 p.m. for office hours. So if you have any questions about the TradersPost platform, there's features you want to have added, please feel free to come join in, give us your questions, give us your feedback. We always want to make TradersPost the best advanced trade execution platform known to man. And for that, we need your help. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great day.